Brian Tripp alongside the voice of the Nittany Lions, Steve Jones, here inside the Rose Bowl in Pasadena as we finally get closer to kickoff. Steve, let's preview this matchup a little bit. And I know we've loved Penn State's preparation for this game.
I think they have been all business. Oh, sure, there's fun stuff to do like Disneyland and Lowry's when they went last night. But to be honest with you, when it's been time to cross the line and be business, they have been all business. And Jack Ham and I have both been very pleased in our observation of how they have practiced this week.
And it's not just here in L.A. It's since the end of the regular season, what they've done. It's a young team. Getting those extra practices is really important.
I think it was really important, the developmental practices. It really helped the younger players a lot. But I also think the guidance of the older players has allowed the younger players to sit back and really embrace what this trip is about, that it is a business trip sprinkled in with some fun because it is a bowl game, but it's a business trip and a game that they really feel they need to win.
Yeah, I think we've seen that with the leadership throughout the course of the season, talking about needing to win the game. How do they do it? What are some of the things you're looking at?
Well, they're going to have to run the ball, and this is where having Nicholas Singleton and Katron Allen is so important to what Penn State wants to do. And then it opens up the pass game for Sean Clifford. And Sean, I think, is going to be obviously a critical player in this game for a variety of reasons. Another area is the giveaway takeaway part. You've got to be able to get a couple of takeaways, take care of the ball yourself. Don't give them anything free along the way. Winning the line of scrimmage will be important, but I also think Penn State has a real advantage in this game in a couple of areas. One, when I look at them, they have to blitz to get to the quarterback. They don't really get there with four. Sean needs to beat that blitz. And the last 15 times he's gone against cover zero, he's 13 of 15 passing. That's one. The next one is I think Penn State has an advantage in special teams in this game, and I think that advantage could really swing this.
And I thought throughout the month of November, the way they finished on the defensive line for Penn State, their ability to get after the passer without bringing pressure, even though we know Manny likes to dial up the pressure too.
He'll dial up pressure, but he'll dial it up with Abdul Carter. Well, if you blitz Abdul Carter, guess what? It's a three-man front. You're only bringing four, right? So you can get there with four or with Curtis Jacobs 5, while then putting it on that secondary. And the secondary has played so well this year, and I think they've got a big advantage there.
And especially with the depth, you can slide a guy like Johnny Dixon and Kalen King in, even though Joey Porter Jr. won't play in this game.
See, that's one of the differences, Brian. When you see Clark Phillips, who is a terrific defensive back for Utah, he opts out of the game. We all know that Joey opted out. But the difference is Penn State has Johnny Dixon, and Utah does not, and that is a big factor.
This is one of the great venues. This is the ultimate experience right here.
This is, they call it the granddaddy of them all because this is where it all started. And 100 years ago on New Year's Day, Penn State was the first team to play in this stadium in a Rose Bowl. And now here they are 100 years later, and no, I didn't announce the game.
Steve, thanks so much.
Thanks, Brian. Happy New Year.